Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting, myself, Harvey.
My name is
Chris.
and I'm awesome. Everybody loves me because I'm so awesome.
Dude, I can't believe you're recording me in the shower again. That's crazy. That's nuts. I gotta find that freaking bug for sure. My heterosexual life made today.
Yellow all.
Dave.
He's a wanker, everybody knows.
Dave.
He's a wanker, everywhere he goes.
Holy shit, I can't believe you brought his high school nickname up.
the wanker.
And the ever-loving, the ever-spying AJ.
Hey, Ron, where are you? Where is Ron right now? No Ron, huh? Well, you better be sick, dead, or mute, Ron.
That motherfucker better speak up when I'm talking.
Gosh, wow.
Fucking Ron.
Now listen, if you got to keep the Space Invaders away, you can do that by liking and subscribing to our video. So please do that and keep things going.
Remember that movie?
Yeah, I do.
Remember Space Invaders?
It
Was
was
it called
not-
Space or is it Spaced Invaders?
Spaced Invaders, I think is what it was.
But you know what I'm talking about, with like
Yes.
the aliens with like the big head. And they're
It was
all, like,
is that the Mercury one, the remakey funny one?
Yes.
Yeah.
huh?
What?
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Because there's the whole Space Invaders back in like the 60s, 70s where it was actually, they were trying to make it
The
a
black and white.
Yeah. Oh my
da-na-na.
God, scary.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then there was
remake, really?
Yeah, there was a remake of that.
Oh, the one I'm
Absolutely.
talking about was like had like
the funny one.
Yeah, and they had like costumes and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
big gray-headed aliens,
Yeah.
but they were
Yeah.
like really short.
Yeah.
And one had like aviators and like a bomber.
Yeah, we're
jacket
talking about
and
the
shit.
same
Okay.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just
okay.
making sure that we were talking about that one. That's all.
Yes.
I didn't know that was a
Not
remake.
talking about the old. Well, it's not really a remake. It's a spin-off. What do you call that?
Like
Yeah.
Was it a spoof?
It's spoof.
Oh, yeah.
spoof. A parody, if you will?
A parody,
a
yes,
farce.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yes.
because there
A
was that
farcical
old.
spoof?
I could not
Exactly.
tell you the exact time, and it's one of those movies I'm aware it exists. Have I ever watched it? Fuck no.
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 And yes, this is exactly what we're talking about today. We are having ourselves yet another distracting discussion about all things that
Oh,
capture
I
our
thought we were
minds.
talking about the Mars aliens
And the
their
Mars
invasion.
aliens.
The Mars aliens?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of fucking shit about UFOs.
I
And
mean, once Elon gets there,
No,
there'll
there's
definitely be a
always
Mars
UFO.
alien.
yeah, but you know
shit.
what the funny thing is? Nobody cares. The fact that we pretty much almost confirmed that there's clearly life outside of us, it's like it doesn't even matter. There's so much other shit
Well,
going
of
on that
course.
no one cares.
I'm
It's just
here.
hilarious.
Nothing else fucking matters.
Wow.
I still need the proof.
Yeah, I will admit,
If
until
you're gonna,
I
if you're
actually
gonna
say
release
hi.
the JFK files, you got to release the alien
Well,
files.
see, that's
they're
my
coming.
thing. No. You know, that's what I love about the world we live in today. They could come up with videos, proof, paper.
Yeah,
They could
won't
do
matter.
everything.
Right.
If I don't actually physically see the alien, nah, I don't believe it.
yeah,
That's humans.
I'll
right?
give it to you.
That's humans.
Well, no, because in this day and age, everything can be fake.
Everything is.
Everything,
Yeah,
unless even when you physically see it, there can sometimes be some
Wow.
edges and cases. But at least physically, we still have a little bit more of that power. We can conceive what's real and what's not.
All the more reason to assume that we're probably living in some sort of simulation and it's all being designed by somebody.
Well, then I need to have a chat with him because I really thought I signed up for a kind of a higher class.
I was
but-
hoping that too. It's like, I feel like, did I not pay the premium rate to get this life?
So you're saying,
You know what I
hold on
mean?
though. You're saying the Matrix wrote the movie The Matrix,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
No,
That makes perfect sense.
Well, yeah, that actually
but
makes sense.
is that like me stealing from you, but then telling you I didn't steal from you, kind of thing? Like,
Well, if you can, it's very
I
much
don't
the,
understand
it's,
your
it's,
argument on
it's
that one.
very much the, what's it called? The Stockholm syndrome, right? The idea that if you can identify with your captors. So by presenting your captees with, this kind of, dramatization of your actual prison that you're in.
I thought it was more
Outlash-
of like a hiding in plain sight kind of
And
thing.
there's that too. Exactly. There's a lot of multi-layers
Well, that
with
is
the Matrix
actually a
presented with
movie
the
or a
Matrix.
show where they would suck you into it's all in your brain cell thing. I think it was a TV show that series that would do the black sci-fi stuff.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. I was
Yeah,
close. I
yeah,
got 50%.
Yeah.
I
Black
think they have an
sci-fi stuff.
episode, where that
Black
was one of
sci-fi,
their.
That's a completely different genre.
Oh, yeah, it's not what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, it's not where I was going.
Sci-fi,
I promise.
sci-fi exploitation.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say that. Black sci-fi station. Okay, go on.
No, yeah, but the one where, when you get punished, you don't actually go to a physical jail. They hook your brain somewhere, and you dream of a jail for whatever time they've sentenced you, and you
Yeah.
wake up in 5 minutes. That's
Oh,
sort of
that's
shit.
like you wake up in 5 minutes. Okay, I was thinking that sounds like Demolition Man.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
Demolition.
No,
You're actually legit.
yeah, that one you're
Yeah,
actually
but
frozen.
you're not consciously
Correct. Yeah.
living
Right.
out those years,
Right.
right? So
And the nice thing is, you wake up with
being
your
frozen.
your
and then
body as like now, right? You don't
Yeah.
age
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
right? Which is
But
like,
you
to
can
you-
learn how to knit.
To you,
It's true.
technically, that's what happened to Dave.
yeah,
That's why he
happened.
started knitting.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so like to you, that'd be like time's relative. So
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
that would feel like
it was
you
actually
just,
a great
You
show.
just put me in this goo like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, to everybody around, but to you personally, it felt like 20 years in a room.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's backwards than the whole.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that Severance show in a way.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I still have to watch that.
Oh, it's a great show. I'm getting.
was
I'm
good.
working on
Yeah.
season 2. I'm actually going through season 1 right now.
I haven't
because
done the
wanna-
second yet. I did
Oh,
the first.
it's such a
I
fantastic.
didn't
it's such a
realize
great
it was
premise.
a Ben Stiller
Yeah, that
thing.
motherfucker's creative. Ben Stiller. He's done some amazing work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, fucking
Tropic Thunder. I mean, come
Tropic
on.
Thunder, the Cable Guy.
Cable Guy. Like so
Cable
many
Guy
things.
is so underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit, Cable Guy is one of those movies where I can see the value. It just doesn't click for my style. Like it's one of those
Oh,
things
sure.
where I like it in the sense that they did a good job, great acting, great effects. Like it's all great, just
Yeah.
not my story.
Yeah, but then he
That's
also
just-
has gone to do like Dodgeball. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
Dodgeball.
He's done so.
I
I
like
don't think
Dodgeball.
I don't think he directed Dodgeball. I think
Yeah,
he
but
just
still,
acted
he's a
in
big piece of it.
it. He was a big
Yeah.
penis in it.
Yeah,
Yes. He was a large penis in that movie.
Yeah.
But no, another underrated fucking movie, man. Dodgeball.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it is.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't do
It didn't
box
quite.
office numbers.
He's had
It
just
didn't-
such a plethora of a career. He's done so many different pieces in Hollywood. He's,
Oh, yeah.
you know, he's a bit, especially for a guy who's kind of a bit of Hollywood royalty to have.
Oh,
done
he
some
is.
of
Oh yeah,
these
he's a
things.
nepo baby for sure.
Oh,
yeah, but like he didn't waste it, and he's
Oh,
not.
that's just
as
it.
talented.
He plays it. He plays the hand well, and then he does. I'm sure he does. Like, I have zero proof, but I'm allowed to say this. Where he probably uses that, hey, having that high class, all those things. But he does it in that way where he actually is demonstrating he has that skill and ability.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Zoolander was great.
Oh, yeah, Zoolander.
Second one, not so much.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed a second Zoolander.
Yeah.
Well, it's always
Wasn't
that.
necessary.
Yeah, you can sometimes get that want where you just want that feeling again of seeing something new, but that same vibe,
Yeah.
even from a consumption perspective.
Yeah. That's why we got an Anchorman too, right?
Yeah. Well, no,
Oh, but
as,
see, we needed an Anchorman too.
Yeah.
as
Well-
it's been discussed a bajillion times. It's the sequels are the hardest.
These types of movies haven't really been around in some time, like what, 5, 6, 7 years.
Hey man,
Uh,
you're the one who's not going
I'm
to be able
gonna-
to get heard.
5, 6, 7 years. It's been a while since we had these. I know that there's some light at the end of the tunnel now that we've had that Naked Gun trailer that just came out.
I saw
recently.
that actually this morning.
I'm
It looks
cautiously optimistic,
Yeah.
but at the same time, not because
really, really fun.
yeah.
I will admit,
If they go for the R rating, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, they have to go for the R. Like, come on,
Yeah.
don't try to make it anything fancy,
No.
kitty. And I have to admit, I don't know his name.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Seeing him play that
Liam
role.
Neeson's?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Seeing him play that
Oh,
wacky
yeah.
role, like, come on, I'm
I
looking
know.
forward to it.
The thing that got me, because I have 100% faith in him. He pokes fun of himself all the time, and he can do comedy really well.
It was Seth
Lego movie.
MacFarlane that got
Yeah.
him doing the comedy stuff.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the one thing that got me was the fucking OJ joke. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
I'm
that was
fucking,
good.
I am in. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
on the money. I guess Pam Anderson's supposed to be the femme fatale,
Yes,
the
yes.
love, which I think that'll be hilarious
the
too.
Priscilla Presley.
Right. So I'm excited. I'm
am.
excited.
And I
I
like how
am
it's not
too.
an actual reboot,
right.
Yes.
right? Because it's his son.
Yeah.
Yes,
Supposed to be-
exactly.
It's
Even the
Frank's
scene
son.
where they're referencing, yeah, it was great.
Right.
I will admit, it's one of those when we just joked about it. When I first saw it, I'm like, is this one of those fake things where they're just making it up? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, I've known about it for a
They're-
while.
They're going for broke. I'm happy. I'm
Yeah.
happy. It's like, and I really hope we get to see these kinds of movies again because, fucking man, I miss
We need a
them.
third airplane.
Well,
miss
we
them.
can't
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it though
Why not?
because it's American produced.
See, that's tough.
right?
Yeah. Well, there's Canadians a part of the production, so we want to support them, right?
Right? Oh, there's one that we know of. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta go watch. We gotta go watch Pam Anderson.
It'll be like the car
exactly.
parts thing. That's one thing I still love. Where
I know.
they're going to pay 25%.
Fuck.
We're going to pay 25% on the parts as they cross the border. And so
Yeah.
all of us get to pay an obscene amount of money for a vehicle now.
Exactly.
Us, them, both. It'll be
And
great.
not just that, but
Did you
that production or that price translates to onto all new vehicles.
Did you hear he imposed tariffs on penguins?
Yes, I did hear that.
There's 2 islands just north of Antarctica that are owned by Australia. They are inhabited by no human
Okay.
whatsoever. And he has made a point to say that these 2 islands are subject to 10% tariffs. There are only penguins and seals that live on these islands.
He wants to bring them into the
Well,
same
listen,
atmosphere of us
listen.
humans.
Listen,
Donk.
listen. If those penguins are going to be importing tuxedos as they do,
Exporting. They'd be
exporting
exporting
tuxedos, then yeah, they deserve to be tariffed.
Equally,
That's
fairly.
equally, fairly.
So,
That's right.
so they have to make sure that the fish that they're catching aren't American fish.
Yep, that's right.
I got
You
you.
know,
Yeah.
then so I think they should start a deportation program for those fish to make sure that only
true.
native fish of the
Only
region.
Australian and
Yep.
Antarctican
Yep,
fish.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Are there? Yeah.
Well, Australian first, Antarctican second.
Yeah.
Something interesting to note, and I guess to alert, I read today recently. Apparently, there's a warning on the border site that when entering into the U.S., you should be aware that Border Patrol does have the right to search your electronic device.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they've had that for a while.
Yeah, but they're just reinforcing
Yeah,
it.
I'm pretty
because
sure
I
they
think
had
that's
that when
become
we
more
went
prevalent.
over.
Did they though?
I think so.
Oh yeah,
I don't
no,
think
they've
they-
I
always
think
had
they
it.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
We
it's
just didn't
always
have
been
any
there.
electronic
We just
devices.
didn't have any. Well, we didn't have the
So when
phone
we
that
have
the phone that
iPods?
I had with me was like almost a smartphone.
Yeah.
It was like
you're
like
right.
a C student phone.
You're right. I had the BlackBerry Pearl. That's right at the
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
they
had
were
the-
smart, but they weren't like.
Because
Yeah, I
I
know.
could access like the internet and stuff on my phone.
All the
Just
bomb
not
making we did
well.
was done over fucking ham radio at that point.
That's
We
true
weren't-
though.
We didn't convert to phones yet.
I've
Exactly.
so this is more in the corporate world. We actually once going over, they did the pull over. We had to pull out all the laptops, log in, do everything to show them what it was about.
Yeah.
I think in that case though, it was more about that we were going over to a trade show, so
Yeah.
commerce.
They get really weirded out when you want to make money over there.
Oh, yeah.
Like as
No,
if
no.
you don't have
You
the proper
never-
documentation,
They
said,
also
"Do
get
not
really
fuck
weirded out
around."
when you don't have any money.
That's
to
true. They
go
get
over
very.
there.
But I think
Well,
both
no, they
reasons
want
are
you
valid.
to buy stuff there.
Yeah.
But don't sell stuff there.
Right. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Which I think is kind of valid, right? Because I mean,
from a country entry.
from a
for
country,
sure.
absolutely. You want people to come purchase your shit because that's
Yeah.
why you're like they're there,
Yep.
right? That's the kind of thing coming
But
over.
don't you want
But
me to-
then you don't want them to sell stuff without the
Correct.
proper.
And they don't
No.
want you to make money so you
Correct.
can purchase their shit.
They don't want you to make money
in the
there.
moment, in the moment, right? In the moment, they
Yeah.
want you to go through the proper channels. It's bullshit bureaucracy at the end of the day, for sure. However, I get why it's the way.
Yeah,
it
no,
is.
I actually have to admit that's one case where I'm a little bit on both governments, ours and theirs, where people visiting a country, no, you should not be there to make money.
right.
If
Yeah.
you are there to make money, you declare it.
Declare it exactly.
Be-
Exactly.
follow the rules
'Cause, like,
of the
'cause if you're
location
not
you're
Just
declaring
walk
it-
into the border cross. I'm here to make money. I declare.
Because
I
think
am
of it,
sure they'll
walk
let you
through?
in.
Because
Yeah.
think of it like this. Think of it like this. If let's say you went to, I don't fucking know, some other country where whatever, and you just started selling your shit randomly, and you started making money there, they're like, yo, you didn't go through the proper channels. We're gonna have to deport you now. Because that's just the way it is. Like you're making money on someone
yeah.
else's property. So it's like,
Why do they call it deportation? Why don't they call it exportation?
it?
We have to export you.
Well, because export's the good term. We're exporting a product.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going to export your
right.
body to this other country. Oh, wait, no, that's
Because
a
like
bad thing.
deport sounds like
You
like,
got it, eh?
you know, like defrosting something. You're
That was really evil. I
That was pretty
apologize.
rough.
I guess you're in port.
You're important.
It must go back to like sailing times or something.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
Like
something that.
in port, deport, depart,
Yeah,
export.
probably. I don't know.
depress.
I don't really think that much about it.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
I will
like,
admit,
is
though-
the opposite of depress pressed? So if you're like
Probably.
happy go lucky and like
Impress.
are you pressed?
Impress, depress. Press would just be neutral.
Oh, no, I
Oh,
am
okay.
depressed. I am impressed. Well, depressed I always think is more of a personal thing, whereas impressed is usually an external thing.
But it's still something that it's internal.
be impressed
I
with
can feel
yourself.
impressed with.
Well, I'm always impressed. Well, the problem is with my case is I expect myself to be always at the top, and I am.
Dave's the
What
top.
fuck? He is a top.
Oh, I am
Dave's
the
the
top.
top.
Yeah, he screws
As I
bottles
tell
all the
my
time.
better half, I will happily do all the work for that 4 seconds.
Oh boy.
Wow, he's giving himself an extra 2 seconds.
I know. This guy's
Wow.
so generous.
Hey, we're supposed to be on each other's side
I'm
here.
guessing
Okay, come
he
on.
rubbed one out earlier in the day.
That is one of the important things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, in the old age, it's more of the I rubbed one out 2 days earlier.
Ah,
and,
you can prepare. That's his new Viagra.
Just blowing
I love
dust.
it. Yeah.
Well, there's no
Yeah.
dust on it. It gets used.
No, there's
Okay.
dust in it.
Oh, ouch. No.
He's got a feather duster.
I actually do have a feather duster.
I
Yeah.
would tickle.
Mm.
Yeah, it does tickle.
Tickle your
Your
urethra
balls.
with a feather.
Right to the bulls. Oh, my
Anyway, those
goodness.
Blue Jays, man.
Anyways,
Fuck yeah.
those Blue Jays.
Yeah, they're pretty birds.
Yeah, they are, sure are.
I haven't seen any yet this year.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah, but I have.
I saw some in the winter though.
Which ones are the cheeseburger birds?
Huh?
You know the cheeseburger birds?
I do not.
They go. Cheeseburger.
No,
Oh,
why would you associate that with cheeseburger? How high were you when you heard
It
that?
sounds like they're saying cheeseburger.
I can't.
I think I was watching too much Trailer Park Boys at the time.
Okay,
probably.
okay.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
correlation.
I am
there.
happy
they're
to
the
hear the
cheeseburger
birdies
birds.
in the morning. My wife is pissed off at it, but I'm happy I get to wake up to the birdies in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I'm
funny you
not so
say
much.
that because Girlie was saying she was saying the same thing. She's like, "Oh, it's nice to see your birds." I'm like, we have a very different interpretation of what a good morning is.
Right?
Oh, I love it.
Shut the fuck up,
Like,
birds.
shut the fuck up. If I'm sleeping, I need you to die now.
no,
please.
that's Shannon's. I
I-
have the perspective. Nope, get up.
I
and
would
enjoy.
say that I appreciate the first time I hear. I was like, oh, okay. I feel like that kind of notion of spring is here. But then day 2, day 3, day 4, it's like, okay, you guys can go back.
You can
to
fuck off now.
fuck
yeah.
off now. You know.
Or
Don't you
or
have like
fucking
more
Cobra
babies to
chickens?
make or fucking nest to build or some shit? Like you gotta keep singing.
Fucking
Snow White's not fucking here.
the Canadian warbirds around the
Yeah.
fucking museum is terrible.
Oh yeah, they're out
it's
full tilt.
terrible, man.
Yeah, they're full tilt.
They're out there with fucking switchblades.
But of course,
Chains.
it's one of the things I still love about us here in London. Like they're out there, people bitch about them constantly while there's some wonderful old lady over the corner dumping 4 tons of food
Right?
for them.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
know. Oh, that pissed me off so much working at the fucking Costco. Oh my god.
Oh, there'd be people like outside.
There's
just
these
throwing
fucking
bread.
assholes because you know
Really?
Costco, they've got these giant like bags of food that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get for bird feed and shit like that. And yeah, they're fucking like just dumping it all over the parking
At
lot.
Costco?
At Costco, and like, what are you doing? And then
Okay,
you got
yeah.
gulls coming on over where
Yeah,
like, listen,
they're
you guys are
pooping
making
on
this bad for
everything.
them, making it bad for us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
No,
know,
that's
it's a problem,
wrong.
and it's like, and you
At least in the park, I'll give you a little bit of the head
And-
nod. It's at least a park.
here's the thing. You know, I can kind of give a little bit of forgiveness for bad actors in the public space. It's like, okay, people are dumb. You know, people
Yeah.
think that they can make friends with fucking animals and shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
or
I
you
get
have
it.
kids with you.
But
shit of
what
that
I
nature.
don't fucking give credence to is fucking management. Management's cool with it. I'm like,
Oh,
what
really?
the fuck is wrong with you?
Why would management be
It's
cool with that?
management. It's like
Poop on cars
no.
isn't good for
It's
it.
the members are fucking king. That's the way it is. Members are king.
Oh.
It's like you do whatever the member says. So it's like we got all these policies in play until the member complains otherwise. Then you like give them what they
See,
want.
I have to admit, that's one of those jokes where if I worked at this organization and I was told members, that I'm like, okay. And then the next time I walk out and I see a customer walk in, I would get on my knees and start, oh, master.
And you're fired.
Well, you know what I want to do? I just want to go shit on one of their cars. Like, I feel like I like it.
There was food all over the place.
It's
And I
everywhere.
had
I
to
just started,
poo.
you know, to poo.
And-
So, you know.
So the other day, we figured out that because Nikki's always wanted to put like a feeder in her front
Sure.
tree.
Oh, yeah.
So when we built the deck, she took a bunch of the old stones and kind of like built this little garden around the tree.
Mm.
And the other day, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go put some fucking seeds and shit in
Mm-hmm.
this tin for all the birdies and the fucking tree rats and shit, right?"
Yeah.
Rats.
So she's out there watching a tree rat munch or whatever. And then
Yeah.
we start, so the window's like beside, she looks out the window, and then she turns to me to the door, like in the living room, right? And she's talking to me or something like that. And then she turns back over, and then the tree rat had got hit
Oh, no.
and is like laying in the middle of the road.
Oh, no.
Oh.
She looks at me, she's like, I don't want to feed her in the front yard anymore.
Did she use her like her stones to bring it back to life?
Her magic stones. Yeah, I don't know.
No, did she use
Or her moon water.
Yeah, no.
That sucks.
Yeah, no, there you go. I mean, there's life in a bottle right there.
Hey, she's looking at it the
Or a
wrong
tin-
way. She
a
really
tin can, I guess.
Right?
No, she really should look at this as that I was able to give that wonderful creature a moment of just happiness and fulfillment.
You know, she gave that fucking creature her last meal. Like,
Right.
that's what she
But
did.
that's a good thing.
gonna die without
Just
it.
imagine it probably just fucking woke up or something too.
Yeah.
No,
What's that smell? Oh wow, look at that.
I felt
Some
bad
food
for
right
her,
there.
though.
I mean,
Aw.
I didn't
You
know.
were just trying to do something good and nice, and
Yeah, don't
To be
try
honest-
not to take it. Don't make it so personal.
That is a
Poor
great
Jesus.
example of do
that's just
nothing,
life.
everybody.
It's life.
Nothing. Do nothing.
Do nothing. Yeah, do nothing.
Do nothing.
That's right.
Because she would not have caused that death. if
Spoken
she
like a
did
true
nothing.
nihilist. Do
Yeah,
nothing.
right. Do
Yeah,
not- just
do
don't do
nothing.
it.
You
Just
know
don't
what?
do it.
Do nothing.
Live in absent failure. Sit in the middle of your room of your living room and do nothing.
Right.
Just sit
Yeah.
there because
Well, you
nothing
can
is
do
worth
personal things. That's fine.
it. Yes.
Like
yes. Like
Like
check
rub
your
one
nose
out.
hairs, rub one out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
'cause Dave is a
preparation.
wanker.
I am a wanker. This
Hey,
is
well,
true.
Hey, what's this button do?
Shenanigans!
Yeah.
Shenanigans!
Oh, you're calling shenanigans on what?
I don't.
Oh,
On
I just
himself.
wanted to see what the button did.
What did I set this thing to?
I couldn't remember.
I was gonna say, we're gonna have
What is that-
shenanigans
What
court.
does that button do?
It's gonna be a long episode.
Fucking shenanigans.
We never have
I
shenanigans.
call shenanigans
Never.
on Dave for like everything though.
You've let up a little bit, but you usually are calling him out pretty much all the time.
On your shenanigans.
Yeah.
What shenanigans?
Shenanigans!
Okay, there, Kyle. Kev.
I'm not
That's
aware of
just-
any
Hey,
shenanigans.
Kev.
I am.
I thought
Speaking
Stan,
of-
I thought Stan
speaking
was the
of-
one who
Speaking
called
of,
shenanigans.
as Ultimate fans, it was so good to hear that there is a new season of South Park coming.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
Dave doesn't care.
Dave
But-
loves South Park. What are you
But
talking about?
listen.
I'm
just-
entertained, but
they-
I'm not a big.
They
yeah.
put together like a minute like collage trailer of the season, and in it they show Canada going to the war with the states. They showed P Diddy.
We've already done this once.
No, but like yeah, this is different.
How is
and
it
then,
different?
And then the tune in the background is Blame
Yeah, it's like Blame Canada #2.
Oh, yeah.
part 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then they
as
had
long as they play it that way, where it's that horrible sequel concept.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go after Diddy.
Diddy and like he's got a jetpack
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
with baby oil everywhere. It
Yeah.
looks crazy. So they're going for broke, which
Nice.
is nice.
Well, they always go for broke.
that's true.
That's why people like yourself will continue to.
But the fact that
Yes.
it's a new season, like it's an actual new season, it's not just a movie.
I think that's the
or
big
a-
deal. They haven't had a new season in over a year,
Yeah.
right? They had
one
they-
whole year.
yeah.
Yeah. They
well,
made,
you have
like,
to
2 or 3
understand
maybe
they've been
it's
at
2
it for
years.
25 years solid.
I know, but one full year.
It's fucking smart ass, right?
Right?
here.
Oh my
This guy.
God.
Takes the joy out of everything. David Killjoy here.
Right?
Yes.
Bobby Buzzkill.
Buzzkill. I hope Civ 17 fails. That's my
Davey
buzzkill.
Downer.
I have to say, with the recent updates for the people that heard me bitch about Civ on the last or the previous,
And
they
the one
are
before
getting
that. And
better.
the
I
one
knew
before
he was
that.
gonna say that.
It-
I should
again,
have fucking called this out
But
like
how?
3
How
episodes
is it any
ago.
different?
So they've corrected a couple of the miscalculations, I'll call it. They've improved the overall growth and how things move forward. If you're still completely against the style, yeah, that's not going to change because it's the new
Civ.
style.
Yeah.
They've changed the style in this Civ. So in the case of every time you jump to the new age, that whole sort of thing.
Yeah.
I do hope that when they come out with the space age, which will come, they don't charge an arm and a leg for it. $10, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
You never know.
That's not going to happen.
I will
They're
admit,
gonna
No.
charge.
unless something magical is demonstrated with that one, I am going to be one of those annoying. I'll wait 10 years and buy it for
Yeah.
Or you get it for
It's-
free.
It's funny you say that because another big news in the world of gaming is they just announced the Switch 2, and AJ and I have been kind of talking about it, and it is priced fucking crazy high.
Even in the States, it's priced stupid.
It is
It's
priced pretty
$450
stupid.
US, right?
Yeah. So
for a Switch.
Yeah.
no, for
Nintendo
2,
Switch
the,
2.
the next
Well-
iteration. Don't get me wrong, they are pretty decent improvements. Pretty much every issue people had addressed with the Switch 1, I think has been addressed in the Switch 2.
I think so.
I think so. Maybe they could have went with an OLED screen, but I'm sure that's coming in a few years.
I was watching, what's his name? Marquez Brownlee
yeah.
talk about it. And he's like, yeah, there's no OLED, but I mean, give it 2 years, there'll be an OLED.
There will be
give it
one.
another 2 years, there'll be
Exactly.
a Switch 2 Lite.
But the reality is, it's expensive. Like I would say it's on par with a PS5, which is crazy because it's not even the same hardware.
It's not even close to it.
Yeah, the joke, or I shouldn't even call it a joke because whenever I hear these, I think Game Boy, but then I even look back and it's one of those people were explicitly addicted to Game Boys. They
Right.
didn't like playing on the consoles
No.
or computers.
They wanted to play the Game Boy. Exactly. Even with the old G
Yep.
Tetris and
Yep.
old Mario that they
So
had
it's
on it, right?
similar. They're targeting that market.
In a way they are. And the crazy part is, and they're talking about games now are going to they're upping in price. So I think US is looking at $80 to $90.
Right.
And possibly everyone's leading this to believe the trend is going to continue with GTA 6, and GTA 6 is probably going to charge over $100 US for their game, which is another story.
They better give me a lot of shit then.
Yeah.
It better be fucking good.
The idea saying is this is now setting a new precedent in gaming for the price. And a lot of it's going to be blamed on tariffs, which are not
Well, it's
wrong.
not even tariffs. It's
but-
the overall economies where they do increase. Like,
Exactly.
That's how.
But
life
this is
rolls.
like, here's the thing. You're absolutely right. But if you look at
course
the
I am.
trends, they've been kind of incrementally growing up until like 2020. And then they did bam, huge, like 20 to 30% increases. And now this is
because games still weren't cheap back in the Nintendo days.
No,
It was
no.
still like
No.
50, 60 bucks
It's
for
70
Nintendo
bucks,
games.
even 70
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
But adjusted to inflation, they're extremely higher priced now that they're releasing it this way. And it's just interesting that because people will pay for it. And
As
eventually
long as
just
they don't
forget.
do the
Yeah.
fucking add-on shit. That's my
Well, they
big
will.
call-out. See,
Yeah.
that, I don't mind a game
But-
that is, $100 that you get the full game.
Yeah, but they're even going to do this. So they'll allow Switch games to be played on PS2, most of them anyway. And I think for the most part they'll be compatible, but they'll release, upgraded versions of.
Yeah, they're gonna
for
have
the
Switch
versions.
2
And they'll add new
exclusive
content, but they
games.
will charge for that. And everyone's like, well, what's that going to cost? $10, $20, $30. And Nintendo's notorious for not fucking letting up on their prices.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think Breath of the Wild is still like $80.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure like
Right, which that came, but that was a
fucking
launch title for
Animal
the PS
Crossing
for
is still
the
like
Switch.
fucking $80.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So
They'll
shit
love
like
it
that.
and they'll pay for
exactly,
Yeah.
right? That's exactly
If the
it.
market pays for it.
Exactly.
Fuck, I just paid fucking $90 for Jamboree.
Right. You're like, I probably will pay for the fucking upgraded version for
If I
Switch too.
had a Switch 2, I
Exactly.
probably would.
Exactly,
yeah.
right? And I've always thought about it too.
But you're getting different games with the
Yeah,
Switch 2
that's
version,
true.
right?
That's true.
Because there's different features, like the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2, they're a mouse too.
Yeah,
turn it into
they
a
got a
mouse.
mouse feature.
So there's
and
gonna
apparently
be-
it's very well done.
There's going to be
Nice.
specific games
Yes.
that you'll use the mouse feature. There's going to be specific games where you have to use the HD rumble.
Right.
setting,
Right. Yeah.
Because I was watching
That's the thing. They got a lot of really cool features.
I love it. You're pissed off on the price, but you're talking about how great
that's
it
the,
is.
yeah,
And
that's why it's such a
they're doing
pisser.
it.
That's why
Yeah.
it's such a fucking pisser.
And that's just it. Like Dave said, they will
They know they
will
got it.
manipulate the marketplace because they got it right.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this with Nintendo too. Like Nintendo's been a part of all of our lives,
Yes.
And the crazy thing is, every year since the NES, and you could even say a little bit with Nintendo if you think about it, with Donkey Kong and shit, they've really just released the same games every year, just upgraded versions. There's always been a new Mario Brothers, always been a new Donkey Kong.
Is there
always
a new
been
Mario Brothers?
Oh yeah, there will be.
Oh, okay.
Always been a
I think
new.
the last new one was Wonder. right?
Yeah, but there'll be a new one for the Switch
Oh,
too
yeah.
soon enough.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
There's always been a new F-Zero. There's always been a new Zelda. You know what I mean? And they
But-
just keep
Yeah.
upgrading these, iterating. And then what they do is they go and do HD remakes of the old games, and they charge fucking
The same
full
price.
same price.
Yeah.
It's a pretty ingenious.
They got the
system,
market figured.
right?
I mean,
and nobody else touches them in this market.
the fact that you can't play Mario anywhere else,
yeah,
right? Like you can play Elden Ring on Xbox, you can play it on PC,
yeah,
you can play it on PlayStation.
yeah,
Fuck, you can even play it on the Switch.
And-
It looks terrible,
yeah.
but you can even play it on the Switch.
Is it available now or will be?
It
Available?
will be.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's Switch or Switch 2,
Either way. It'll be somebody.
but it looks
Switch compatible.
bad.
Yeah,
It
does.
It's
look
all
bad.
clunky and shit.
It does, yeah. It
But-
reminds me of when I got Witcher for the Switch. I'm like, what am I doing?
But where can you can't play Mario or Donkey Kong
No.
or Mario Kart or Mario anywhere else.
Mario
And
Kart's the
those
big
are the
one.
funnest fucking games
Yeah.
on the whole system.
Talked about it. Mario Kart's the greatest racing game ever.
Mario Kart
Ever.
is
Yeah, we were
Ever.
actually just talking
one
about
of
it, too.
the
Yeah.
best games. Yeah.
Literally.
And
And that's how they got you. So you pay more for Mario Kart World, which here you were like, we were thinking, how are they going to make Mario Kart better? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the greatest Mario Kart game ever. What are they going to do differently? What do they do? Make it open world. Well, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And 24 players. We're like, holy shit.
Open
this
world
like-
to the point where there's like different ways to play the game.
Right.
There's one way that you play. You have to drive from each race.
yeah.
You have to go to
each point.
Each yeah.
Like GT or like Need for Speed style or fucking Burnout style from back in the day.
So you have to
Oh,
like drive to the
Burnout.
races
Yeah,
and shit.
and they've even got like a burnout mode called knockout mode. It's the same
Oh, do they?
idea. Yeah, where you're basically fucking racing and you're trying to make sure you
Knock
stay
'em
ahead
out.
of the pack and knock the guys.
Oh,
behind you out.
that's more like Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels has
The
a
Hot
version
Wheels-
like
the
that
Hot-
too.
I-
Absolutely, yeah.
I was thinking Burnout. Like,
Oh yeah, that
My
where
favorite-
you're
my
crashing
favorite-
into them.
yeah, my favorite.
yeah.
That was my favorite levels in Burnout, where you
best.
had to
Make
crash
the
the
biggest
car
crash.
and make the biggest crash
love-
and make
Yeah.
the most monies.
I would
Yeah.
love Criterion to make another version of that game. But
Oh,
yeah,
fuck, that was a
Jesus.
great
It was a good one.
Yeah, but either way, like you said, they got us. Like, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
how are you gonna not justify fucking playing this game? Even you said it's like a really expensive new Mario Kart play.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it is.
Yeah.
I mean, how am I gonna figure out how to pay for this thing?
Well, no,
You
but
know what I mean?
you even
Yeah.
called out the thing though. At least when it's expensive, there's something in it to draw you in to a
Right.
certain extent.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the reason why I'm saying something about the price, because we've all balked at price before. Like I don't think ever.
Oh yeah. Back in my day, I paid $10.
Exactly.
For a
But
video
yet,
game.
some way, somehow, we always had the money to get it around launch or around, you know what I mean, within the first year or
Yeah.
so, for the most part. Right. From my perspective, since the PS2 days, we've had some sort of console in our realm. And the funny thing is, even though the price has been a bitch or whatever, you kind of figure it out. This is the first time I've seen people boycott a system because of the price.
Oh, really?
And that is happening. It's a growing phenomenon
Yeah.
online where people are booking. Doesn't mean it's going to be a big deal. No, but I'm just saying it's a sign of the times,
Nah.
right? It's a sign of people saying, "Hey, what the fuck's going on here?" Is it going to change anything? No.
general
Nintendo,
market will
predatory
still
or
pay for
not, Nintendo's like, "We've got you, fuckers. If you don't want it, don't pay for it."
Even
Hang
the
out with your
people
regular
saying,
Switch.
"Oh, I'm
I see
part of the
com-
whole. I'm not going to buy this shit." Behind the scenes, they're buying it.
Of course they are.
Computer companies are worse for that though. Like actual gaming PCs. Like the cheapest gaming PC I could find was like $1,400.
Yeah, but I don't think so, because you have
That's
so
actually a decent price.
That is a pretty good price.
Depending
I
on
was
the
gonna,
graphics
I
card.
was gonna say the difference being you have so much more options
Yeah.
with a gaming PC. So yes, you can spend $1,400 and get near top specs to play whatever it is you want to play, but you can also spend under $1,000, or you know what I mean. There's different price
Oh, yeah, you
points
can
and
level
things
up.
you can
That's
do.
still $1,000 versus like
I know,
$600-700.
I know, but I'm just saying. But you can also get something for $600 or $700
Yeah.
that is comparable
But
to
it's not gonna.
PS5.
It's not gonna play.
No, it'll play
A
pretty
game
decent.
decent,
It just might not play to the
mm.
graphical performance of said, console.
I will say this, yeah, because what's a PS2 nowadays? $500? Or sorry,
PS2?
PS5.
I knew
I'd
it
be
was
like
PS5.
90
Yeah. PS2
Whichever-
backwards, yes.
Whichever PS.
PS5 is about 500, 600
Okay.
bucks.
Still looking at
Yeah, so $600, and again, it's a dedicated machine for that purpose,
Right,
and that's
walled
what it is
garden
for.
in,
Like,
yep,
exactly.
absolutely.
Whereas, yeah, if you get a PC, you can get a PC nowadays at that same damn price.
But no, it's not
Running
But it's
very
more
near same
PlayStation
functionality.
5 isn't just a dedicated place. Like you could use it as your hub, like Krista.
Yeah,
Chris
I do.
uses it as basically as a hub
Yep.
for entertainment.
Yep. I
Oh
do.
yeah, you
So,
can.
so he watches all his YouTubes on there.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
and all that shit.
But I have to admit-
DVDs,
Spotify and all that shit.
Blu-rays,
In that case, I have to say, like, yeah,
That's the big.
and you
a
can't
$700,
you can't
$800
do-
computer.
You
is-
can't do that with the
Now,
Switch.
that is one good point that you'd bring up. Using it for a player makes sense. That's not for everybody though. Not everybody needs a media
That's
player.
what I
Yeah.
did. That's
Right.
what I did with my PS.
But to your point, you can make a media machine with not the same but very similar specs
Oh yeah,
to a PS5 for around $600-700. But I think if you were to get
graphics.
the graphics and the optical drive, I think those would probably.
then you
oh,
can't.
optical
Next up.
nowadays.
So then you
no.
can't.
Yeah, no.
Optical's cheap.
Not
it's
quite the same,
graphics.
but I'm just saying it's you can make compromises and still make it happen. With doing something on the PC, you have just more options. That's all I'm saying. But with the Switch, you
I'm
don't.
saying I paid
With the
$800
Switch
for my
2
home PC, and I guarantee
How
I
old
wouldn't
is
be
it?
able to play a fucking video game.
How old is it?
5 years old.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah.
Or
Actually, 5 years you should
No,
be
you're gonna be
decent
able to-
gaming.
yeah.
Nope.
My gaming PC
Mine's
is 10 years
2.
old, and I can still play fucking
Yeah.
shit on
Yeah,
it.
and how much
But
did
I
you
play
pay for that?
Stardew Valley.
I paid about
and stuff.
$1,200 on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I paid half of that.
Oh,
My,
okay.
well, yeah, half out. Yeah.
But those, mine's
So
like a
no,
decade
there's
old.
no way for $700 you could
Yes,
build
you
or
can.
buy
if you
a
game
gaming
everything.
PC.
Okay, this is going to be our
If you put,
challenge.
if you put
No.
Game Pass on it.
no, no.
I've tried doing Steam and Game Pass. Nope.
Mm.
The games are like laggy as fuck.
Give it to Dave.
It does
Dave's
not
like, hold my
look
beer.
good.
well, we'd have. I do
I'll
have a
make
beer
this shit
too.
work.
My home computer is for home computing and for watching the TV.
Mm.
Well,
I will say these days, it is
and pornography.
Challenging.
very less needed for a home computer like the old days.
Right. It's
That's one thing I still love that we got to experience. Like, I remember when having a computer was fucking amazing.
Yes.
And then I also remember when it was expected. Like, everybody was expected to have a computer.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we're now moving into that. It's nobody's terribly surprised if you don't have a computer.
No.
Because you generally will have a tablet.
Everybody's
a
terribly
phone.
Yep.
surprised when you don't have a tablet or a laptop.
Well, laptop to a certain extent. You have to have something of a device.
Some sort of device.
Yeah. Because it now
Phone, yes.
Yeah, phone, tablet, like
Tablet.
something of this
Yeah.
nature. Then you're normal again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to have
I
a
don't
computer.
own a tablet.
I don't anymore. I didn't.
I
don't have to use
personally try tableting. It's not my style.
It's not
I'm
my
an
thing.
old guy though.
I get it though. For those that do use
my
it.
daughter, she loves her
My
tablet.
old man is 75 and he's all about the Apple iPad.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
some people
daughter,
get it.
same thing,
Yeah.
but she does all her arts. I don't got to give her.
I was just
credit.
gonna say
that's different.
for artists, I
That's-
get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
get
yeah.
for sure.
Like she's
100%.
done some
It's-
really
it's the-
crazy stuff.
It's
with her
also the
tablet.
one time I feel like I'll support Apple products because I'm not an Apple guy. I'm not saying I'm totally, but I've seen people do some amazing work on iPad. So I'm like, if you're,
I've seen people do amazing work on.
Oh, you can do it
fucking
anywhere.
Android.
Oh,
pads.
and I'm not saying I'm not supportive of Android
Pads.
tablets as well. I'm just saying I'm not going to knock people for having
I
iPads
will have
for
to
those
say one
purposes as
thing,
well.
and again, I probably said this before, but I will admit to it now. I got to give the MacBooks that head nod.
There you go.
Fuck, I love the MacBooks.
There you go.
Because of corporate, I had to switch to it. And now that I've done this, other than I missed control being the key, which yes, you can switch.
Sure.
But it's just one of those. I got to give him credit.
And then
I
he's giving it to his
really
corporate
love the
awards.
MacBooks.
Dave has bent the
Right.
knee.
I
He's
have
bent the
decided
knee.
I am spreading my beautiful, wonderful body across everybody now. So
Wow,
I
they
give a
tricked
little.
him good.
Yeah,
No kidding, eh?
Yeah, I give a little
Tricked
piece
him
to
good.
Apple, give a little piece to my Android or whatever they're calling themselves today. You know,
Whatever,
like
yeah.
Microsoft.
Essentially Google.
Yeah,
Google Apple.
I'll give a little piece to my Microsoft. You know, I section myself off quite well. I share,
Fair enough.
I share
fair
it well.
enough. Yep. Everyone's got a piece of your ID.
Oh
Right.
well, not just my ID. They got a piece of my body, my mind, my
true.
soul.
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm quite. It's one of those. I never thought I would have said it because again, I've always been fucking Apple.
See,
I-
I used to be down with Apple. It's probably different.
I
now.
remember that
Oh, it is different
fucking
now.
Mac you
That
had,
fucking
the
big
giant
fucker, the big
fucker that
silver
crashed
bastard.
all the damn time.
No, it didn't. Well, eventually it started to.
it definitely did, dude.
The reason I stopped using it is because it was. I think that was the model. It was like a year or two before they started using Intel.
right.
So it was just PowerPC.
Oh yeah,
Apple's
very very
Power
unique.
PC.
Very unique.
You can't upgrade that.
No,
You can't. Yeah,
once
eventually,
that line
it
was dead, it was
became
dead.
a doorstop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
The Intel ones, you were able to go out and buy new motherboards, new this, new that, new
Yeah.
chips,
Yeah.
fucking, and upgrade them that way.
Yeah.
But you couldn't do that with a
And I think
PowerPC.
yours was when the year before they started slimming everything down. Too.
well, no, but I would say
And the fact that you can't use, they'll come out with an operating system, and then like you're like, all my shit doesn't work. I
Right.
gotta wait 6 months for you to fucking update this shit. And
Yeah.
then they fucking update it, and then 2 years later they come out with another operating system, and none of your shit fucking works.
they are far
Windows,
better at that now.
Windows, I got Windows
They're also
11,
Unix
and
based.
all my shit worked.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
All my shit
Yeah.
worked
Yeah.
right out of the fucking.
I will
even
give that.
even the
yes.
shit that
Yeah.
on the websites said we don't support Windows 11 yet.
It still works. Yeah.
It still worked perfectly fine. All my plugins,
Yeah.
all my recording software,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it's-
The
So-
guy's fucking supporting Windows. Go on. what were you gonna say?
Unfortunately,
he is a one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not much to go on. I actually somewhat agree because there was a. It's one thing I have to say about Apple. They tried and failed quite a bit. Yeah.
Sure.
Nowadays,
Try.
though, I would say one thing though. I do again Apple products, especially when it comes to laptops, that sort of device. They win my hands down. I still say though they're not about upgrading components. Apple is very you buy
they're
the
horrible
box.
at that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not their style.
No,
No,
not at all.
Whereas Windows,
They want you to
or
buy a new
PC
fucking
but
phone with
and
every
I don't
upgrade.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But see, now the phones are different because I can't necessarily
Yeah.
do anything to that.
Yeah, no.
right?
I
But,
can't.
like,
no.
Nikki's
Because
Asus
Yeah.
versus
you
an
can
Apple.
support a
Yep.
phone for however long you decide to. Like Google phones, this is going to be supported for like 7 years.
Yeah, but
something
my
like
point
that,
is you can't
or
break
7
it open
updates.
and change anything. You can't add.
Oh
RAM
yeah,
to
no,
it.
no.
No. But I'm just saying, right? Whereas Apple won't do that. They'll support for like 2 years or 3 years or whatever, but because they expect you to buy the next.
Oh, that
Oh,
too.
that's not true.
Well, they also put.
That is true.
They also
Not from the
put.
software. No.
Okay.
Security wise, that they will generally go 5 year for security, 2 years for new features, keeping them.
But what
in the
they
loop.
do is they put
Yeah.
something in that software or in the phone that starts to slow the phone down.
Well,
after-
no, actually not
Okay.
anymore. No.
It's
They
like
lost
that
in a
was a
lawsuit.
thing.
That was a thing. That they don't do that.
They don't do that anymore?
They can't do that anymore. There was
Okay.
a massive.
No.
law.
Let's be clear.
Uh,
they can't get caught.
Yeah, they're
Shit,
not-
wait. Yeah,
It's
sorry.
only
yes.
illegal if
Yes.
you get caught.
How they did it before, they can't do it that way anymore. If they figured out another way to do it that way and not get caught, then they can yes. And
Yeah, that's
for
one
what
thing.
it is
Wow.
worth, everybody I do know with recent iPhones says it still happens. So I guess.
Yeah.
So yes, it's so,
Yeah, I'm not a.
but
I'm not a
either
fan.
way. Yeah. But needless
I mean,
to say,
fuck my Huawei
I would
still
say that even though I'm not an Apple fan, I've softened on the device. I'm not saying that I'm gonna go out and do it for myself, but those that use it, I can respect it. Those that want to just fucking use it as their media center, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
not my thing. Whatever. You might go pay for
I
an
got a head nod.
overpriced. Yeah, there you
I
go.
got a head nod.
There you go.
It's one of those.
I mean, I lament about my old fucking iPod Touch. I miss that thing. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Tim Apple.
Yeah.
My
I
Nano.
will say that, yeah, from a personal perspective, I don't perceive me ever buying an Apple at home.
No.
I have to say that.
No.
They gave Nikki an iPhone for her work.
Oh, there
phone.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, if they're gonna pay for it, fuck.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, she
shit,
fucking
free
hates
shit.
it.
Well, it's whatever.
Fucking hates it.
Don't
Yeah.
don't hate it. Just fucking
No, I
accept
hate
and
it.
grow. Why?
Cause
Why waste that energy?
because I got to drink my Haterade before it goes
Oh,
bad,
that's right,
motherfucker.
right. Haters gonna hate.
Haterade.
Haterade, yeah, that's right.
Haterade has an expiry date, you
For
know.
sure. That's
No, it
true.
doesn't.
Yeah, it
You-
does.
You got a bottle
Yeah.
like in
Haterade
deep
has
in your
expired.
belly, and then it'll start building pressure.
Soda pop has
and
an
then
expiry
some
date.
random
If Soda pop
person-
has an expiry date. Haterade has an expiry date.
No,
That's why you got to keep drinking it.
Spell the
You just got to keep
energy.
drinking the Haterade.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you know, prices keep going up, but you know,
Prices keep going up.
I
the
love
nice
how we
thing
jumped
about-
into that.
But you know,
The nice
prices
thing
always
about-
stay the same here at RPM Studios.
that's true. That's
Come on
true.
down if you want to get your podcast recorded.
Actually, don't say that because they won't say the same. Don't say that.
I mean, you know what?
But you know what? They'll say. You know
they
what?
should fucking
I just
say-
want to say, in
Ah, yes,
comparison's sake, we're not paying as much for eggs as some people are. So that's
well,
kind of
no.
nice.
It's
That's
one of
kinda
those.
nice.
If you are Canadian, European, anybody, but that's not American, come
Yes.
for the equal pricing. If you're
Yeah,
American,
I'm pretty sure
25%.
Americans.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure Americans are peeing.
We
too.
got terrorists for you. Hit RPM Studios. Wait, no,
I'm pretty sure Americans are peeing.
RPM. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
peeing somewhere.
Ah,
No, it is. Yeah, it is wild what's going on right now.
Don't even want to.
Don't even
No.
want
It's
Don't
one
even
of those. At
Yep.
first, I was paying a bit of attention to this,
to.
but now I have to admit, even I am more on AJ's side of just
what the fuck?
whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
let's be
tired.
done. Let's be done.
Yeah.
I don't even listen. I don't pay attention. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to watch my food prices, but we are fortunate in
We are.
Canada. You know, I don't have the real number, so I'll say 75% is good and local.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
buying fresh, if you're buying something that is that
For
sort
sure.
of frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always tried to do that before, though.
Sure.
I will admit, I'm one of those. I don't care usually. I would always just look for cheaper. But nowadays,
Yeah.
no. I will admit, I try to do a quick check. Though I
Yeah.
also,
I mean, if I have to, I will.
yeah.
Like if it's something like I
If I got
have
to order
no
something from
choice.
China, then I will.
Yeah. Well, I just
yeah.
did it the other day. I was all excited because they again, you know, we have Easter coming up, so those stupid marshmallow duck thingies are out on the
Fucking
shelf.
Peeps.
Yeah.
I fucking love Peeps.
Oh, fuck off. Who says that shit?
Uh,
Who said nobody ever?
Right?
Where the
I-
fuck do you come
I
from?
will-
He's also that
Jesus
fucking dude
Christ.
who used to like those
Fucking
fucking
Peeps.
those rocket fucking lollipops that
I
were like
do.
fucking
Yeah.
conical and
Yeah, the
fucking the taste like you
Literally
fucking
pierced your fucking jawbone.
brought your fucking teeth out with it.
I am a fan. And so I saw them, and in my instinct, I grab. And my wonderful wife starts laughing at me. What? You know I get this. She goes, where are they made?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah, it's true.
Are they made in the States? Though?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
See,
and
I
it's,
figured maybe they'd have like a Canadian.
No.
it's funny because, like, you know, in the world of collecting, I've been paying attention. That's where I've been paying attention mostly to tariffs because it's
Right.
like no joke. I'm getting to the point where I'm pretty much done collecting right now because of how fucking expensive
Oh, we'll
it's
see.
getting.
We'll see what happens when my big bad toy store shit comes in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully, you've kind of escaped whatever. We'll see. Anyways,
I mean the numbers look right.
Anyway,
so.
they're talking about it because how it kind of works, at least from the Transformers field, I'm sure it probably works the same for all the fucking companies to a degree. It's designed in North America, so the kind of States, and partly in Asia, but it's manufactured in China or
Yeah.
wherever, and printed at the plastic factories, shipped to Canada, and then from Canada, kind of distributed to North America. So with that, the tariffs really do affect the pricing, and basically everything's kind of moving up a notch in whatever level they're at to the next price level. And that's kind of crazy that because the reality is, even if, let's say, tariffs go down, things go change in pricing and the things go lower, the collecting market is just going to be like, yeah, we're just going to leave the price where they are. And
It's
Well, no,
possible.
that's with everything.
Yeah,
I was about to
exactly.
make the point of the big cosmic, like gas prices. They
Yeah.
got rid of the gas tax.
Right.
and I don't drive a car, so I'm
No,
okay.
but you're right. I've seen
Have
them
you guys
$1.38.
Exactly.
Dude, out at the reserve, apparently like $1.18.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got to go out there though.
Gotta make
and I'm not
money.
saying
And
anything
I
wrong.
will.
With, I know you
Sorry.
will. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. It's just one of those jokes where I hear all the stories about, oh, I saw it drop 20 cents, and I'm like, I'm not a driver, but I, riding by on my bike, going, that looks the same price to me.
I know the lowest I saw was $1.18. Someone told me they saw $1.16. I was like, that's cool. It was like the day after the carbon tax was jointed, and I'm like, but I didn't need gas at the time.
Yeah.
A few days later, I was like, check gas prices. I'm like, I see $1.28.
Yeah.
I see $1 of 30. Yesterday was $1.42. So I'm like,
Cheapest I got gas, I think it was the day it happened. It was $1.24
yeah,
in, where did we go? We were Ingersoll?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. That makes
Tempsford.
sense.
Tempsford.
Yeah, so I'm not saying it's not effective, but like, yeah, people. I was obviously.
I didn't get the whole carbon gas tax thing because like I had to pay it at the pump, but then you give it back to me. Then you send
No, that
you
was
send
the
me you
joke.
send me carbon tax rebate.
Yeah,
We
but
want rebate.
I
Yeah.
don't get. Then doesn't that cancel it itself
No.
out?
no,
I don't
it-
understand.
that was always one of the jokes. It's just the government being the government because it's one of those at the root. And again, I'm going to get in trouble for this.
Uh-oh.
I actually was a fan of the carbon tax because
Fuck this guy.
hey,
What the hell?
if you're going to go buy a car that guzzles, 400 liters of gas or whatever, you pay for it. If you're going to try to get a car that reduces that usage, good for you.
No,
Now you're paying less tax.
that's so virtue
But then
signaling.
they get rebates too. The people who buy
Exactly.
like
No, no, no,
Teslas
no,
and shit.
No, that's what I'm trying to explain. The original, that perspective, I 100% agree because you're only paying tax on what you consume. That's all it is. To me,
This
that's
is,
a perfect thing. So people who don't, they don't pay the tax.
This is
people
all
who, let me
assuming that-
finish.
Okay.
Pay less. All these good things happen, and then the government starts governmenting by giving you credit. And then it's like, well, no, what the fuck's the point? The whole point is not to
Yeah.
credit this.
Yeah,
The whole
don't
point is to try to
incentivize it.
tell you, hey, next time you get a vehicle, find one that uses lower consumption.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to pay the government less tax. See, to me, I actually thought it was a good thing. Now, again,
I
I'm
hear
not
what
a
you're saying.
driver.
The premise you think was
The premise
was
was good,
but the
then it
execution was
started
fucked
getting
up, yeah.
used as like
Because the
anything
government
political. It's a
governments,
government, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
started giving rebates, and you get this for free, and hey, if you
Yeah.
need this, and if you're this, you don't need to pay. No. To me, it should have just been like any sort of sales tax. To me, I think it should have stuck.
Mm.
But I also get in trouble, and now when I leave here, I'm going to get beat up.
Yes, that's right. All the all the people
We're gonna
from the
jump you.
West.
Yeah, maybe the
our
bikers.
our
will come
50s
around.
of followers will jump you. on the
Exactly.
way
Right.
here.
But yeah, no, it's to me,
Put it
it's
out on
one of those
Discord.
taxes based on usage and consumption. To me, that's the proper way to tax.
Right.
Because now, where is this money going to come from? Who knows? Somewhere.
Yeah, it's true.
Shenanigans!
No, you tax based on consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but you have the problem with I don't want to get too much
But
into
don't
it.
get me wrong.
The problem is
we got
don't
free alcohol for 2 months.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Tax-free alcohol.
yeah, tax-free alcohol
yeah.
for 2 months. Like, it's one of those.
It's all bullshit.
That's where I. Have
It's
to
all
say-
bullshit. It's all bureaucracy.
Exactly. Well, it's bureaucracy trying to
Was
buy
it
votes.
tax free though?
It was.
It
Because
was
like
tax-free. Well,
because
I'm
the
still-
tax
they could have
the tax
adjusted
is
it.
always reflected in the price of the alcohol, right?
Oh, it was
Like when you go
tax-free.
to the Lickbo,
Yeah.
and you see $26.99 or $26.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
you're paying them because
Oh,
the
yeah.
tax is already in there. So you mean to tell me for 2 months they went around the Lickbo and changed all the
Nope,
fucking price
they put up
signs?
pictures saying that hey, when you come to the till, you'll pay less.
Oh,
And I have to admit, it's one of those giggles. And I
It's
said,
hilarious.
yeah, as I joked previously, I bought a single beer for under $2.
Oh,
I still,
wow.
I know. I was like,
Well, you
fuck
know,
yeah.
it's ironic now because they fucking have let alcohol get served everywhere in Ontario. We're just seeing beer stores closed left and fucking right.
I'm okay
fuck
with
yeah.
that.
And it's
I'm okay
ironic
with that.
because if they did this whole like lowering beer prices earlier, they might have stayed open a little
It's
bit
ironic
longer.
because I think the beer stores are owned by the government.
No, they're not. They're
LCBO
private.
is
private?
Yeah. LCBO is owned by the government.
Yeah,
but
LCBO
beer
is
stores
owned by the
privatized.
government. Beer stores,
Which
no.
is why the
Gotcha.
LCBO is not closing and why they're not allowed to sell spirits in stores is because that's how they've cornered the market.
Oh.
Yep.
But to be honest, that's
Governmenting.
actually normal
Well,
for
I'm
most
going-
places here in Canada.
But not
I'm going
like
on the
anywhere
mission
else in the
to
world.
be able to purchase
Parts of the
marijuana
States.
cigarettes.
Oh
I
yeah,
want-
yeah.
I want to purchase marijuana cigarettes in corner stores now too.
Oh, that'll happen.
Just
eventually.
just joints.
Give it time.
Oh yeah,
No
Yeah.
shatter,
Give it
no
time.
oil,
Yeah, it'll
no
happen.
no
Yeah.
fucking.
Give it, I'd say within
infused
I'd
bullshit.
say 3 years we'll probably see it.
oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those.
But like those backwoods ones we get,
Yeah,
or the B40
Yeah.
ones,
Yeah, yeah.
the little
No,
fun
you
spinners.
won't see like them selling loose leaf weed.
Oh, no.
But you'll see.
Or you won't see these either. These in a
No.
tube,
no.
right?
No,
Like,
probably not.
something like
No.
that.
No, you might see those.
I'm thinking more like, but those
I
little
could see you selling
doggy
those.
ones.
Yeah, I
Really?
could see those. Yep.
something like that.
Anything with a seal. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
guess
but I
so.
don't see them selling weed in stores. But I could see those pre-rolls.
Oh yeah. You wouldn't be able to go get a quarter.
Like
No,
it's the
no.
same thing. Like Texas weed's illegal, but you can get Delta 9 fucking
okay.
concentrate. So you can
Yeah.
get vapes basically.
Oh, okay.
Right. It'll be the same kind of thing, right? Like you won't be. You'll still be able to go to the weed shops to get
Your quarters, your shatters,
quarters, all that,
and
whatever, all that sort of
ash and
shit.
all that shit.
But if you want like a quick vape or disposable, or you want to get fucking
Like a
pre-rolls and
pack of 10 doobies
you
or
got
something.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, it just popped in my head. We were having this lovely conversation. So on Wednesday, I had one of those very, very rare moments where for the evening, from like we'll call it, 4:30 till 10:30, there was no family around. It was just
Nice.
me in the house. I know it was
Nice.
great.
So he was naked the whole time.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I was going to get naked. I'm going to play
Wackety,
I'm
wackety,
going to do
wackety,
all
Put his
these-
balls on his own
checking
drum
it,
kit.
Oh
checking it,
yeah,
checking it,
I had
checking
this grand plan. I decided though, hey, I'm home alone. I'm gonna get myself high, and not just high. I'm gonna go and get high,
Like super high.
Oh,
Yes.
like high,
yes.
like you were here that one time.
Yes.
Not quite that high. No.
But
A
enough
good
to the
high.
point when he's fucking still like, whoa.
Oh yeah, I was in a good place. Long story short, for that 5 hours where I was just David,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
could have done all these things.
Yeah.
I watched YouTube while really fucking high,
Oh.
little videos.
Yeah, that's
a
usually
good
that's
time.
usually what happens to me
I
during
know,
the day
I
sometimes.
I have to. I was one of those. Don't be wrong. Great night, felt great. Went to bed, slept like a log. Was wonderful. Woke up the next morning and she's like, "So what did you do last night? How was your video games, your shows?" I'm like, I did none of that.
Yeah.
I got
fucking
baked. Yeah, I got
Crazy.
stupid high. It was. In fact, I
love
was
it.
so high. I poured myself a little bit of rye.
Uh-huh.
I think it was a little bit, honestly. I couldn't finish it because I'm so fucking high. I was like, I really shouldn't drink right now because I'm mixing
Yeah.
things in the bad way. Nope. So I
Yeah,
stopped.
That
I love
could
it.
have gone bad for you for
Yeah,
sure.
no, it was a great high. So it was one of those beautiful moments of just I felt great, wonderful. But I was laughing at myself the next day, going, "Good Lord!" Like had I not got high, not got drunk, I could have done a whole bunch of great things. I could have knitted.
But you
I
did
could,
something great.
yeah, I
but
watched
you did.
YouTube for 4
And got high. Exactly. You know what? It can't happen all the time. That's like a rarity. Think about it for a second. It's a bit of a vacation for you.
Oh, it was
Right. And I think of the same thing. The other a little while back, I got so fucking high, I couldn't make it to my fridge, which is maybe 20 feet away from my couch to get food. And I was so
I'm not sure I've ever
hungry.
been that high.
So hungry. I was so hungry. But I'm like, I can't do
Well,
it.
that's one thing I
just
love
can't
about being
do it.
high. I'm starving.
Yeah.
I just finished this whole bag of chips.
I know.
Yeah, but
I love-
chips aren't food. Chips,
Sure,
chips
they're
are chips.
There's sustenance with that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Chips are chips. They're not.
It was a great
But
night.
like, it's not like you can't do it all the time, but the times that you can, it's like, yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
wait,
That's pretty
that's
fun.
what I think made it good because I will admit, like as we've talked about before, I don't mind getting high, but it's rare I get high.
Yeah.
It was one of
yeah.
those great nights where, sure, I didn't do anything I had planned,
Yeah.
but I had a great night.
Wow.
I did nothing, and
Thanks.
I felt so good when I woke up the next morning.
Thanks, wife and kids, for not having to be there for that
Right?
time.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I
well, it's
love
no
it.
knock against my children. It's just one of those. As a parent, you get to that point where you just want to, just for a moment, just yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I got
like-
that. I got
like
that.
the first half hour after Taylor goes to nap time,
Yeah.
and he's still like rustling around and like, because I'll have a nap sometimes, but I refuse to lay down until he's sleeping.
yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Because it just, I don't, if I fall asleep and for some reason he doesn't,
Yeah.
then it's not good.
It's bad parenting.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I always have the monitor beside me or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But so yeah, for like, half hour, 45 minutes,
Yeah.
I'll get a little high.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
But I don't think I've ever gotten high to the point where I can't get to the fucking fridge.
I've been there. I've been there. It's pretty
Jesus.
fun. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
The most high I've ever been is still the time you and I was at your place for 2 hours. We
Yeah.
drank, we smoked like insane.
Yeah, I blame you.
I got on that
I
bus,
was going to say,
fell on the
is
bus.
this the falling on the bus
Yeah.
story?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that high.
It was pretty crazy high. I was fucking so high. Like I barely even. I don't even think I saw you text me that night. I was so fucked up. Yeah. Like it's funny because like we all like our shenanigans that way, but the reality is we're not like fucking crazy. And so when you do get crazy, it's like whoa, that's fun. That's fun.
Oh,
but
yeah.
there was a time when we were like that. There was a time.
Oh yeah, the teenagers.
Oh my
the
God.
bicycle
Our-
guy.
Our 20s. Come on, we were
Yeah.
fucking nuts, right? And yeah,
It's the best time to be a little.
What are you
I would
talking
agree.
about? I was doing heroin behind the
I
Tim
know.
Hortons last night.
I know, but that's because you sucked dick for us,
Fucking
right, too.
pussies.
Or for heroin, I guess.
You guys are pussies.
Anyways.
Yeah, I would pass on heroin.
Now we're in the heroin
Pussies.
spot.
I'll do shrooms given the right
Sure.
spot. That's my only requirement.
Yeah, I'll only do heroin when mixed with shrooms. I won't
know what
do
you
it
should
by
try?
itself.
Try doing shrooms up your butt.
No, I'll pass on
Do
that.
it.
Thank you though.
Do it.
Nope, I'll
Do
pass.
it.
Nope,
Do it.
nope.
Do it.
Why would you even, what?
I can't tell. You got to experience it.
No, the fact
gotta
that you've
experience it.
experienced this
You got to experience.
says
put
a
shrooms
lot
up your
about
butt.
you and makes me wonder if we should keep doing the podcast. If you're showing shrooms.
Oh, no,
That's the
I-
only reason we're doing the podcast is because of Chef's Rooms on my butt.
Okay,
Makes
that
sense, actually.
That's the
That
only
explains
reason
a lot.
I
Explains
can
a
handle
lot.
Yahoos.
That explains a lot,
Yes,
actually.
yes.
See?
Makes perfect sense.
I
in a lot of
personally
ways
will
now.
pass.
No, I've never done it, but I bet you it would work.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've never done it. No.
I never done it this
did
week,
it.
but I bet you it'd work.
I never done it this
Yeah.
week.
I love it. Well, gentlemen, this has been fun. Should we wrap things up?
Yeah, sure.
Feeling-
Sold.
Let's do it. Dude, did you knock your fucking beer over on my new carpet? Oh, I thought I heard a beer fall over my carpet. Oh, it was the tab.
That's just the rattling of Dave. That's
I
just
am
the
rattling.
sound.
Dave's just shaking his head.
I learned the lesson that I'm not allowed to stuff my little tabs into the corner.
No, you're not.
Because it hurts too much.
It does.
No, I got yelled at by a
You
very
got-
lovely woman.
Don't tuck it. Don't tuck it in.
Through
Don't tuck it in.
AJ.
she gonna kill you.
I love it. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
Do it.
And you out there, what are your thoughts on our distracting discussion? Were you distracted? We want to hear about what you think about our episode. So let us know your thoughts about what we had to talk about today in our comment section on the Discord server, anywhere that you're listening to us. And do us a favor. If you like what's going on, and again, you want to keep the Space Invaders away, make sure to like and subscribe and click that notification bell. Keep up with what's going on with Sarcastic Distractions. If you want to support us, we got ourselves a little link for smoking gun beef jerky. And you can do that. You can save yourself 10% by clicking one of the links below. And if you want to support us directly, you can do so through our Buy Me a Coffee link. And you can buy some bubbly, help keep the lights on, and keep the studio running. All that good stuff. If you're not feeling well in the mental department, which I'm guessing is everybody, because we're all feeling something going on in the world today. So it's important to know that you matter, not just to us, but to those that are around you. And if you can't speak to anybody about the things that are going inside of their head with anybody in your vicinity, we're going to have some links so you can seek out the help that you might need.
It's like gravel for your brain.
Like gravel for your brain.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brain gravel.
But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm to Dave.
Hey, I got 2 jokes for you.
No fucking way.
You can do one.
Only one.
No, I got
One.
2.
1.5.
No, I got 2.
Mm.
Then knock knock.
Nope.
Knock knock knock. knock.
Who's there?
The dwarf that can't reach the doorbell.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No.
What do you call a soldier with no legs? Army.
I think that's derogatory. I think you
How
can-
is that derogatory?
I'm just saying.
How is that
I'm just saying we
derogatory?
might get some messages from the
legless
community. They may be like, "Yo, that's if they can
They
reach."
can, if they can catch
Yeah.
me, they can
now,
have me.
Now, here's the thing. Like our studio's downstairs. I don't think they can
well,
make
right?
it.
There's no
here, but-
elevator. There's no
That's
elevator
Well,
or
they can
ramp.
get down. It's just a lot harder to get back up.
So all I have to do is run faster than
That's
you.
exactly what that.
That is
And
always
that
the
was
classic.
AJ, and just like that, you got yourself sarcastically distracted. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on our fun program. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Peace.
Take care, all.
Bye now.